Hi guys. It is currently, I don't even know, 1:42 p.m. But time is just a construct. But anyway, it's technically 1:42 p.m. on Thursday, and I feel like I just got sucked into a vortex and like I'm here for it. So, um after I worked on the kitchen for a bit and then posted that video, I actually did another webinar thing, and I released like a tiny bit of just a little bit, almost like a cough. It was interesting, but I released a little bit of energy, and then I decided to attend the thing that was at 11, and it was a person I never met before, had never heard of before, and I just now got off of it. So that's a long time, and I talked to a couple people on there and like really resonated. Like, I know now, at the very least, I know that when my body goes in complete chills, you know, it's like, yeah, this is right. So there's a couple people that I talked to on there, and I talked about my idea of having a weekly Zoom, where we, like, I'm calling it like a true support group, not a support group of like what's wrong, but just actual support and like pouring into each other as we, ascend. And I think I'm going to call the group Through the Forest because of that, analogy of when you go through something, you're only going through it, like halfway is going through it, and then the other half is going through the other side. And I just really like that uh, visualization. It's kind of like when people say, if you're going through hell, keep going, but I feel like that has such a negative, it's like, doesn't have to be like that. Um, and the bottom, and now it's 144, so there's another 44 for you. But, not only did I like clean up the kitchen a bit, I also, like, while I was listening to it, I took out like a bag of trash. I started writing down just like systems, but then I just got like sucked into it in the best possible way. So my point is that I just spent however much chronological time, but it was so worth spent because it's just, I wrote down several things. One of the things that I really, really liked, I'm reading it now, it's just like, I'm not going to give in to the fear and doubt. Or I actually put to leave, but I meant to say I'm not going to give in to the fear and doubt and tell them to leave. And so this is what I'm picturing. When you move from one house to another, let's even say you sold it versus like, you're renting. When you move, you pack up all your shit, you physically move it, and let's just say you didn't even weed out stuff beforehand, okay? Let's say you had to move quickly, right? But the fact is after you leave that building, you might have memories of that previous house. But the facts are you no longer live in that house. And that is what gives me so like truly chills. That is what I'm going to approach this as I step into this new identity, which is really probably my real identity that's not clouded by other people's crap, is that I did used to live in that house, but I don't live there anymore. So I can have a memory and be like, yep, but that's not where I'm living anymore. That doesn't define me. Which I kind of already knew that part, but it's more of like the fact that I've moved out. I literally have, but I'm talking about like, like you can have a memory of yourself. Well, I was going to say at 16 years old, but you're not 16 anymore, but there are different timelines. But I'm just saying, once you leave a location, if you go to Mexico for a week on vacation and you come back home, you're no longer physically in Mexico anymore, So you can have memories of it, but you're not physically there anymore. And I think that's really going to help me to integrate, because as I've said many times, but I'm like, this is very something I'm stubborn about, is like, I want real, authentic, natural healing. I don't want fake. So it's way more authentic and honest of me and true to say I don't have everything figured out than to act like, oh, I have everything figured out already. No, I don't. And that's okay though, because the stuff that I'm getting done, I'm doing it now finally in such a sustainable way, you know? So, in fact, I could have taken a nap for 2 hours. You know, I could have done a million different things. And I decided not only to show up for this Zoom, but stay on it. And I'm so glad I did, because I really think it's opening my mind. One of the things she said that I think is so valuable, and it gave me chills, is whatever position you're in, your brain, your mind, I don't know which one it is, but regardless, it thinks everyone's like that. So if you feel like you can't afford something right now, you think, well, then other people can't afford that either. And I know this because I've dealt with people like this, right? But just not in a business context. Like, I'm a really good mom. I have skills in that area. But because it comes naturally to me, I don't give myself credit for it, you know? I'm a really good teacher. And I don't mean teacher as in like in a school I'm really good at handling all that. I mean like the actual teaching. I love teaching though. That is truly my passion. So I don't value that in myself. I haven't been. I'm going to now, but it's like there are people who have money, but they don't know how to have any peace, you know? And it's just such a cool way to think about it, of like, we all have different talents. And even if, generalized society only values people who know how to make money, that doesn't mean that that's the most valuable thing or the only valuable thing by far. And that's why I want to open that, transition center or like a room, because I really think that emotional intelligence and awareness can be the missing link for these people who are like, well, I'm making all the money, but I'm stressed out, I have anger issues, I have addiction issues because I have anger issues. And, it's like, that is that actually success? Is that actually success? Or is that just, oh, well, we were taught that's what we need to do and deal with it, And I'm just really after true success. And so, anyway, I think I'm going to take a shower now, but it was just I kind of got sucked into it, and I'm so glad I did. Like, it was an incredible experience, because it was like, I'm no different than the person that's talking at the end of the day. They have more money in their bank account, but I'm thinking the same things they're thinking. Whoa, like the truth. And I truly do want to help people. So that's why I'm reminding myself too, if there's something that makes money but it doesn't help people, that's not actually my heart's desire. My heart's desire is to be able to help people in a way that optimizes my skills for them, for the benefit of them, truly, in a way that grants me that financial freedom so that I can continue just giving my best to the world, So it's just really exciting. It's like two dichotomies. And I am going to come out with something. I haven't exactly figured out what yet, but I am going to come out with something that, people can purchase, because I do want to help other people. And in the meantime, though, like I said, I want to do that Zoom group, because I really think one of the things that is missing in a lot of programs, and no disrespect to them, because maybe people don't care, but one thing that's been missing for me in a lot of programs is that direct human connection sustainably. Because what happens is the person that's running the program is so big and they have so many people in the program that you're not, it's still beneficial. It's still, everything. But what I want is like almost like a mastermind group where it's like, no, like if their names are like Bob and Sue, it's like, Bob, what are you doing this week? How can we help you? And then Sue, but every week you get like personalized support. And I've always felt like I didn't quite fit in. I don't fit in, but that's okay. But, because yes, I've had a lot of trauma and stuff. Yes, it does currently affect me. But I also am not okay with being the victim and saying that's my destiny. That's what I mean by being the victim. Like, I have very much been victimized. But that's not my destiny. That's not my destiny. It's nobody's destiny. And that's the part that fires me up. It's like, no. So you're saying I don't deserve a good life because I've been treated horribly? How the heck does that make any sense? It's like I said, my analogy of going to prison for someone else's crimes. Let's say you were in prison for 10 years. They've realized you were framed. You get out of prison. You were never, you literally were framed. It's all legitimate. But because you were framed, even though you were proven innocent, your whole life is ruined. Is that fair? No, So anyway, I'm just really excited about getting this off the ground. And today was just a confirmation for me. And another thing I'm telling myself is the people that are trying to get in my way and trying to keep me down, I'm going to think of it as that's the universe confirming. Because if I get angry, that shows that they're in the way, type of thing. And she was talking, I don't think she used the word boundaries, but she was talking about having boundaries and saying no. And I'm like, what was I just saying in a couple of videos ago about how I had this massive realization of how can I possibly do this? I need to have boundaries, right? So it's just so incredible. The bottom line is I am so grateful. And I'm just so grateful to myself for never giving up. And not only not giving up, but keep opening doors or knocking on doors. And not necessarily cold calling like that, but we all have access to the internet. There are so many. Oh, one of the things she said, I think I took a screenshot. Or maybe I said it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the thing that hit me was the more that we are ourselves and we allow ourselves to be ourselves, the more we're authentic, the more we're we show who we are or something like that. And it just made so much sense. Because all I've ever wanted was to belong somewhere so then I could be myself. And now it's okay, maybe I don't belong anywhere but on the internet. But I certainly still am deserve to be myself because I'm certainly doing the work, So anyway, it's just a clashing of the titans right now in my brain, but I'm just but I'm telling the truth, and I just need to keep going and keep fighting for my right to live my life and not succumb to other people's crap. They can succumb to their crap, but they don't get to pull me down anymore. So, and I did some tapping earlier today, just random, tapping, and I know that makes a difference, so it's just it's my mind. I picture my mind and it's a lid, and the lid's, it's not getting blown off, but it's opened, the hinge, it's what do you want to do today? But not even necessarily do per se actions, but what do you want to absorb today? What energy do you want to be in today? And it's I had an awesome day. I mean, it's not over yet. I have to remind myself of that too, but it was 2.5 hours very well spent. And it hasn't even hit me yet. That's the thing that happens with me is when these kind of jumps happen, it's hasn't hit yet, but it's all true, which is why I'm recording it. So this actually did happen. And as soon as I said that, it's 14:44. So anyway, I might have a call now. I'll have to check. But it's just so cool to be riding this wave of like, that was a really cool experience. And that's what I want, is to have really cool experiences with like-minded people, with that positive and powerful energy, but not toxic positivity, not fake. And one huge blessing about whatever I have, if you want to say ADD, trauma, whatever, is I can tell when someone's genuine because I'm genuine. So when I literally get chills and like, or I'm like resonating with people, it's like, that truly is the best feeling in the world, because it's like, these are my people. Now I just need to get these people in my life, you know? But hey, I'm just grateful for the internet. That's what I keep saying, because it's like, it's allowing me to be exposed to people I would have never been able to be exposed to, but that do exist. And that are more fulfilling to talk to, you know, and be around virtually than people, you know, some people in person. So, it's just all about, I think, energy exchange at the end of the day. You know, do you feel fulfilled? And so, anyway, I'm going to take a shower, but just wanted to share. Thank you. Love you guys.